Squad. They call me Pounds, here I'm known as 978 Customs create, plus I rhyme great.
Thank you very much.
YouTube, welcome to the Pounds 978 Customs channel. And today we have a comparison between the Lasher I customed a couple months ago to the Lasher that Hasbro had just recently put out. And I like them both, to be honest. I'm not mad at Hasbro's version. I really do enjoy it. I think there are some issues with both versions, to be honest, because I'm not going to exclude myself from any issues. But for the most part, I do like mine's a little more, and I can get into that a little later for you guys and explain as to why I think mine's is just a little better. I will admit that I'm not the first to make a Lasher custom. I have seen a few of them online before I even attempted to make it. And so I'm not going to say I'm the originator of this custom. There are others who have made a Lasher on a Bucky Cat body and used the tendrils the same exact way. Believe it or not, this action figure community is so tight that I'm sure Hasbro had seen some people's customs and realized how easy the recipe would be. And that's what it is, an easy recipe. My Lasher on the left, if you haven't guessed, and Hasbro's is on the right. The main differences are the size. Hasbro's version of Lasher is on a Pizza Spider-Man body. Well, this is the superior Venom body, but it's that butterfly jointed Pizza Spider-Man mold, where I used a Bucky cap, which is just a little bigger than the average Pizza Spider-Man. And the reason why I used it is, again, I feel like if these symbiotes are going up against Venom, they have to be intimidating, so they have to have some type of bulk or weight to them. Personally, I think we need a bigger Venom. So with the rumored Venom wave about to drop this summer or this fall, I'm hoping they do a Venom to Madness. That would be epic. Seeing them side by side like this, I don't really think it makes much a difference on which body it's on, to be honest. I think it does make a difference, but it doesn't make a big difference where it wouldn't really matter if you had the entire team on your shelf and they were a little smaller than they were depicted in the comic, or if they were a little bigger than they were depicted in the comic. It wouldn't really matter. It's, as long as they all line up and scale with each other, that's the most important part. It's not about if he's on a Pizza Spider-Man body. It's, let's see what they do with Phage. Now I feel like if they put Phage out, Phage has to be on a Bucky cap like Carnage, and Riot will have to be on a Hyperion body like Venom. And I don't know about that. Scream, I really look forward to Scream. She's also rumored to be released in the next wave, and if I were Hasbro, I'd save the best for last and put Scream out afterwards. But I'm really excited to see what that's going to be like. One thing to note is that with this custom, this entire back piece comes off. It's pretty simple. I have this little peg in there. And this one, the back piece doesn't come off. It's stuck on, it's glued on to the peg hole. The only things you can't take off are the tentacles. And they're a nice metallic color. I got to give it to them. The green on it is really nice too, like that lime green. But I kind of like the way mine fades from a lighter green to a darker green in the back, where this one doesn't. One thing also is my figure does have some soft shading on it, where the back is darker than the front, where on the Hasbro one there's no shading on it. It just has the dark metallic green all the way through, and that lime green on the chest and head. But I like them both. Oh, one thing I don't like also on the Hasbro version is the Spider-Man head. I wish they just would have gave us a new sculpted head. Wouldn't have cost much. The entire figure is a reuse. So why not just give us a new sculpted head? That would be perfect. Just a new head would have been perfect. And this is what I mean. You have both of these heads compared, and I feel like my head's more comic accurate compared to this Hasbro one, where all they did was take a Spider-Man head, a Scarlet Spider or a black symbiote spider, and repainted it. And for me, that's why I don't think it looks like Lasher. It just looks like Spider-Man splatted with Nickelodeon gack. I haven't watched Nickelodeon in a while. Is it gack? I mean, by now we all figured out what Hasbro does, right? They just take the shortest cut possible to make a brand new figure. And that's smart. It's lucrative. And it's creative. You know, you can make 1,000 figures on 1 or 2 different type of bodies. Essentially being able to make new characters with the same old pieces. And whenever we needed to make something new, we could utilize it for future figures. But this is what I meant about my figure being soft shaded. The back is a lot darker than the front. And you'd only be able to see that if you twist his leg around. because it's so softly shaded that it's really hard to see the seams between you know, it from changing from light to dark. And I'll say, without an airbrush, I am pretty pleased with the turnout. The fading looks pretty awesome to me. But I am hoping to get an airbrush really soon, because I feel like until then I can't upgrade. Seeing the two greens on this figure, they're kind of similar. The Lasher from Hasbro has a little more metallic sheen to it, where mine's doesn't. And if you just put it to the front, it's definitely a lot brighter. And this is what makes this one awesome, these butterfly joints. I love butterfly joints. So my Lasher does not have butterfly joints, and that's a bummer. Although I feel like you can get them in the same poses, even with the butterfly joints benefiting the Pizza Spider-Man body. Obviously, you could probably range it out a little more with the arms. But I just think the Lasher on the bucket cap looks more menacing and is more of a threat than this little mosquito. No, I'm joking. I like the Lasher. I really do. I just think that it would have benefited more with an original head sculpt. Maybe that, and I wouldn't say anything. I know a lot of people are saying Lasher has 2 toes and 6 tentacles, and it's very inaccurate. And it is true. But I would take 4 tentacles. I'm not mad at that. And I would take the 5 toes. I'm not mad at that either. I just think the new head sculpt is what really kills this Lasher for me personally. Other than that, I really like this figure, and I look forward to seeing what the rest of the team is going to look like. But in all honesty, you guys let me know, who did it better? Pounds 978 or Hasbro? And Lord knows I'm not competing with the machine, right? They'll destroy me. But on this particular one, in the end, I'm really happy I kept my Lasher to compare it with this one, because they both are cool to have. But if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to like, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.